Hey y'all, and welcome to the Poppy Payoff Path. I'm Teresa, and this is the porch where we talk honestly about money, mistakes, and moving forward. Today I want to share the moment everything shifted for me, the real beginning of this financial reset. It's been a great weekend here. The weather has been great. We spent time with friends in the Florida sunshine yesterday, and 90% of my chores for the weekend are done, and that's good enough for me. Some is always better than none. I'm super excited about this podcast, but it does feel a little bit vulnerable to share this kind of information because it seems like I felt a lot of shame around finances, and I'm sure I'm not alone. And it doesn't have to be like that. We're all friends here. We're going to help each other out. I want to tell you my stories, and I want to hear from you too. There was a day that I realized we had to change. Our finances had to change. We couldn't keep going the way we were. And what happened was my husband mentioned that he would like for me to retire in under 10 years. What? It's just crazy that that's even an option. And so through that conversation, I looked at our finances and said, whew, we're about to have to make some serious adjustments here, and we're going to have some pretty big goals financially to be able to make our dreams come true because, we don't want to have debt into retirement. We want to be able to have fun. And when we started this, we had a lot of debt. And we still do. This is not a success story. I'm in the thick of it. And I'm not going to share the exact numbers, but believe you me, we have credit cards. We have 2 car payments. We have other debt. If you think that you have a lot of debt, you're probably in good company here. We're going to get through it together. It's embarrassing to talk about. It's kind of overwhelming and frustrating, but I'm determined to get through it. I will say that growing up, no one really talked to me about finances. So I was an observer. I'm an observer. And I observed the adults in my life use credit cards or, get loans or, it wasn't save money and use cash-based budget. Like, I've never seen that modeled for me. So I do feel like I'm coming from behind, but I have been through Financial Peace University with Dave Ramsey, and I'm not dumb. I mean, you can't live on spending more money than you make forever. It just doesn't work like that. But I did realize something had to change because, we're at the point where we need to pay off these debts and working together. And through experiences of the last 6 months, I've really woken up to the fact that it is possible. And I've looked at the numbers, and we're going to do this. And I'm so glad that you're here with me along the ride. And I want to hear from you and give me ideas. And I'll give you my ideas and my actions. And we'll just start building this together. The latest springboard has been when I found Poppy. Poppy is my 2015 Mini Cooper. She's red. She has black racing stripes. She has the Union Jack flag on her side view mirrors. So cute. She's so cute. I traded a 2025 model car that I had. I think I had $22,000 in debt on that. And I traded that for Poppy, which in the deal, it was a great deal. Came out very much ahead. and reduce a considerable amount of debt with that trade. So I'm super excited. And Poppy is the mascot of this whole journey now, because every mile that I drive in her, it reminds me of the good decision that I made taking this journey. Where am I now? I'm learning. I'm taking action. I'm still making mistakes. I haven't learned everything. Sometimes I still laugh at myself. I'm not a financial expert. There's a lot of financial experts out there, and I would highly suggest that you talk to one. I have 5 of them that I'm going to interview, so we can get advice from someone who is not us. I just need some help figuring it out myself, because there's a lot of big decisions to be made about investing, where you're saving. Do you sell your house? There's a lot of decisions to be made, and I think it will be helpful for us to talk to someone. We are learning about budgeting, and my husband has kept the register for several years, and I really didn't have much input. I just gave him my receipts or didn't. Sometimes you just had to find what money I spent. That's not a good partner. Definitely praise him for the patience that he's had with me through this journey. But now, since I've done a full financial review, looked at investments, our net worth, our what our debt actually is, I've set up a budget. We talk about the budget. It's really funny because I really thought that we would be kind of on the same page, and I don't mean that as opposite, like we're not fighting or anything. It's just he's much more the free spirit and I'm totally the nerd. I want to make sure each item we don't overspend, and it's just taking extra communication. So yesterday I went through the budget and I found where money is left over for the month, and I sent him a text and said, here's the remaining amounts for these line items. And so that really felt good that we had that conversation. And for the first time, we have an actual travel budget, and in the past, we've always just put it on our credit card and figured it out later. That's the most embarrassing admission I might tell you. Right now, in this second, it's pretty embarrassing because I just now said it. This month, our restaurant spending just off the chain. We had family come in at the beginning of the month, and we just went over budget with going out to eat a couple of times. So, that stuff's going to happen. And it takes a few months to settle into a budget because it's a new habit, and it takes, they say 3 months to get used to it. So if you're learning to, you're in the right place. We're walking this together. Stick with me. I've got a big goal, retiring in about 10 years, and I'm saying it out loud because accountability matters. This podcast is my way of documenting the journey and inviting you along. I would love to hear from you. Wednesdays are going to be a story and learning, and then I want to celebrate wins and talk about about where we'll go next, because there's always a way that you can make things better and make better choices, even if you've made a mistake. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to get ourselves into a better situation. So if you're ready to walk this path with me, I'm really glad you're here. Here's your takeaway for today. You don't have to have it all figured out. I don't. You just have to begin. Thank you for spending time with me. And if this episode felt like a good place to start, I'd love for you to follow the show and share it with someone who might need a little encouragement too. I'll see you Friday for our first weekend wallet warm-up.